Hello everyone, we are Team One, and today we are going to present to you guys about our client, ZKafe. So ZKafe is a Vietnamese startup company that focuses on the development, manufacturing, and sales of coffee pod machines, coffee, and tea capsules. The company has just entered the Vietnam market in August 2020. So the target B2C customers of ZKafe are coffee and tea enthusiasts who love high quality drinks but also convenience. ZKafe main goals are to expand businesses into major cities, Ho Chi Minh City and Hanoi City, to acquire more B2C customers and to increase brand awareness. So ZKafe's products and services are tea and coffee capsules with 5 different flavors for coffee and 3 different flavors for tea, all following the Lavazza Blue standard, coffee pot machines, plastic cup, full set of takeaway vendor carts with personalized options for B2B customers, operation training and team coaching for B2B customers, license-free branding, and marketing materials package for B2B customers. So ZCafe objectives is to have 1,000 customers by the end of 2022. So next, Hua will talk to you guys about the decisions maker objectives.
From the briefing session, it can be observed that the brand is experiencing problems in shifting from the B2B to the B2C market after a long pandemic hiatus. The client wants to create a digital marketing campaign to reach and communicate with the B2C target market while using the relevant research to pursue product development and improvements in the near future. The marketing campaign is proposed to be done digitally because the customer acquisition cost is ruled to be only under 2 million Vietnam dong, and digital marketing can typically provide higher return on investment with the same amount of money. Their first objective is to identify prospective market segments for the B2C market. I think we need to retarget prospects because the target customers displayed on the briefing session slides is too general and oversimplified. The second objective is to measure the target customers' perceptions of the brand based on the target market segmentation. The third objective is to design an advertising message that shares similar values with the researched target market. The last objective is to determine the best means of digital communication in order to reach the target market effectively. This paper will delineate the business problem and propose realistic solutions in order to create brand awareness and attract loyal B2C customers. Thảo Nhi will continue with the background information.
And next, I will describe the background information, the management decisions, and first is the market change. Well, the Vietnamese coffee industry is a very potential market. It's specific in 2020, Vietnam consumed 2.7 million 60 kilogram bags of coffee. In the domestic market, roast and ground coffee products account for 74.8% of consumption, while instant coffee makes up 10.2%. Besides, Vietnam coffee market was dominated by roast coffee in 2020, with the revenue being nearly 4,500 million USD, and this figure is predicted to increase rapidly during 2021 to 2025 periods. So as you can see from the chart on the left, Ho Chi Minh City has the highest number of coffee chain shops in Vietnam with 544 stores, and Hanoi followed by 280 stores. Therefore, overall, customer demands for coffee in Vietnam in general and in both Ho Chi Minh City and Hanoi in specific is high. And next is about the future potential of coffee capsule and ZKafe. Actually, coffee capsule are not very popular in Vietnam currently, but it has a great future potential. During COVID-19 breakdown, at-home coffee chain increased all over the world. Coffee capsule consumption increased from 11.7% in 2009 in the single-serve coffee market to 45.7% in 2020 globally. You can see the change in the chart on the right. In Vietnam market, especially in some major urban cities like Ho Chi Minh City, due to the busy modern life and the influence of Western culture, coffee capsule gradually become a choice for consumers. The proof is that Nestle started to sell coffee capsule in Vietnam markets in 2015, followed by the Farm Coffee and Teas and Trung Nguyên Legend after considering the potential of this type of products. Secondly, I will illustrate the strategic direction of ZKafe. First of all, ZKafe's vision is to be the leading coffee and tea capsule manufacturer and retailer in Vietnam, build strong customer relationships to encourage them to engage in ZKafe products. Next, the firm had two main missions, providing high quality and convenient products that are quick and easy to prepare, yet still taste good. Meanwhile, the company also prepares suitable coffee machines from equipment is no longer a concern of customer when buying coffee capsule. And finally, it goes for the short-term one, the company wants to convert ordinary people into their customer. And the second is research and understand customer buying chance. And finally, accept B2C market. For the long-term one, they aim to upgrade their products and expand the product lines, transferring from national to international brands and building a sustainable business model for B2B and B2C market.
Okay, so here are some changes in the behaviors of Vietnamese coffee consumers. First, after social immunity in 2021, consumers buy more tea and coffee. Also, there are changes in the criteria for brand selection. From 2020 to 2021, consumers have increased demands for brands with a wide range of products, a wide distribution network, and a reasonable price. On the other hand, there are decreased criteria for well-known brands, which is a good sign for a new brand like ZKafe. Moreover, more and more people prefer healthy products during the pandemic situation. This is a strength for ZKafe for being transparent with the raw ingredients origins. Lastly, there are changes in consumers' journeys. In the pre-purchase stage, if in 2020, quality, taste, and trust are top concerns for non-alcoholic beverages, then in 2021, they will replace with health, taste, and smell. This information is crucial for ZKafe in their product R&D. Lastly, on the purchase stage, more people use e-commerce to purchase non-alcoholic beverages than in 2019. In the competitor landscape of ZKafe, its direct competitor in the coffee capsule market is Nespresso, followed by indirect competitors like Trung Lavazza Blue, and Nescafe Dolce Gusto. Most of the competitors have a wide range of products than ZKafe, which leads to the brand positioning map as shown on the slide. Next, the opportunity ZKafe has during the COVID-19 is that Vietnamese consumers' inclination towards in-home coffee consumption, which is most impacted by restriction measures. However, as travel restrictions and social distancing create a supply chain disruption and also a higher purchasing price of coffee beans, this is a challenge for ZKafe. We are adopting a new product design framework for the research plan. As a framework process, we have the brand go from identifying trends to customer needs and to a new product design. It is suitable for ZKafe's background and objectives, which are to find potential B2C customers, detect their needs, and satisfy them with product development. In the trend research stage, as people prefer healthy products and increase their coffee consumption after social immunity, this is a good time for ZKafe to focus more on B2C customers. In the opportunity mining stage, as people are less selecting well-known brands and the in-home consumption is increasing, there is a need for a product that has all necessary attributes for consumers. In the concept theme setting stage, ZKafe's coffee capsules are generated to meet customers' expectations. In the concept generation stage, the product development is based on customers' healthy, tasty, and convenient needs. Lastly, in the concept development stage, the final concept should be revised and asking other stakeholders, for example, in the form of a survey.
For this part, I'm going to explain the symptom and the true problem of ZKafe, then provide the research problem statement. Currently, ZKafe is facing with low brand awareness for B2C customer. So, what led to this symptom? Based on the symptom, we figure out the true problem is the target segmentation for B2C market is not clearly defined, which led to the lack of customer insight about their product, but also cause weak communication with target customer on the online platform. Therefore, for the research problem statement, we focus to research the potential B2C customer segment in order to define the customer general perception, such as customer behavior, customer interest toward this coffee market, as well as optimize the digital performance by defining the suitable platform to reach customer. So now you will continue to take the next part of this presentation.
Thank you, Ganang. And in this section, based on the marketing research projects, our unit of analysis will be individual and organization. The two units had a significant impact on ZKafe growth. At ZKafe still don't have a clear B2C target consumer, so they will need to conduct research on consumer psychology and shopping behavior in order to help them narrow down the target audience and gain a deeper understanding in consumer perception, as well as to re-evaluate and improve the way that business is currently operating. Since ZKafe needs to analyze two units, there are two different variables that related. The first one is dependent variable. Schaber and Gustafson has said that to set your product apart from similar items and competitors, you must have a strong brand awareness. However, ZKafe hasn't really worked well on it. While ZKafe rarely activates on social media and lacks information for B2C, its competitors, Nespresso, have raised their brand awareness among their customers on online social media and many other shopping platforms. On top of that, ZKafe should invest more in understand consumer behavior to ensure that the firm's product meets the marketing expectation, because if a company fails to understand the reaction of consumer toward a product, there are high chances of product failures, according to Cluetrack. The second independent variable is price and taste. To better compete with the competitors, ZKafe should adjust price more reasonably, as well as selecting a flavor that is appropriate for and highly liked by Vietnamese. And this can be enhanced by conducting booths online. In the next section, I will hand over to Shangjin and Hua.
Based on the research problem, we have come out with the three critical research objectives, which are understanding customers' preference in the coffee tea capsules market, defining their worries and concerns about the capsules market, as well as understanding customers' online behaviors and prospective means of digital communications. For the first objective, the questions are quite open as they aim to find out what the general public think of the coffee tea capsules market. The questions we think are relevant are: what is your first impression of tea coffee capsules? Have you ever bought tea coffee capsules? How much will you pay for a coffee capsule machine? What are the most important criteria for you to choose tea coffee capsules? What kind of coffee beans do you think will deliver the best taste? What are your top priorities when buying a capsule coffee machine? Sangjin will continue with objective number 2.
So the second research objective is to define customers' barriers or concerns towards the capsule market. So the questions are: what are your health concerns when using tea and coffee capsules? What do you think of the price tag of the capsule tea and coffee machines? Do you think the capsule tea and coffee machine is too space consuming? Do you have any environmental concerns or issues regarding to the plastic materials of the capsules? And lastly, what challenges do you think you will have in functioning the machine? And the last objective is to identify potential online channels as well as customer digital behaviors. And the questions are: what online platform do you spend most of your time? Do you usually buy coffee products online? How often do you interact with brands on social media platforms for further information about products? Do you seek feedback or reviews on social media before deciding to purchase a product? And lastly, do you find any convenience in the CTA button in advertising post? And in this question, CTA is a call to action, which means that the buttons convince the target audience to take action with a button on a relevant website, for example, shop now, call now, or book now.
Okay, and these are references and appendix of our works. And this is the end of our presentation. Thank you for listening.